Hi, this is Larry Zorro. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a loving great day. And today, the topic of this video is my 10-minute garden. Today, I planted seed. It only took 10 minutes to refurbish, renew, remake. Actually, I didn't really remake it. Just added some hay in this wire cage with my secret ideas and how to put in the middle of that artificial created hay bale, how to put the soil in there. You know, I started out with hay bales. And hay bale is a good technique. But I'd rather be doing a 10-minute garden, you know, the refurbished one. 10 minutes. That's about all it took. That's because I had mostly everything there. I wasn't going around like a chicken with their head cut off looking for stuff. Where is that light of mine? Or what'd I do with my sledgehammer? And anyway, I go through the techniques in my new book, Hay Gardens Without Bales. Wow. And, you know, I'm not worried about it selling because word of mouth, eventually it'll sell a lot of copies. But I want you to get started early like I am getting started with my garden. A lot of people are just, I wish it was springtime. I wish, well, here in Missouri, about the 15th, you could start growing your potatoes. I would wait later because we always get, at least in the region I am, right dab in the middle of Missouri, it gets cold. You get a freeze, and it'll just kill your potatoes, and you just have to kind of more or less wait for them to start over again. That's not bad. But what I planted today was heirloom. I always call it heirloom. It's heirloom. It's not like your hair. It's like the air. Heirloom. My heirloom seeds of tomato plants. And yeah, I put about 5 in there after I renewed this pillar. I tell you all about it in my newest book. Canadians love the book. They're over there in the frigid cold. No wonder they love it. It's for extreme conditions. And I bet I can outgrow those that are not in extreme conditions because I'm adding foot depth. That pillar is like 4 feet high, and there's about 2 feet underneath when that tomato plant goes down past the pillar into the ground. Phenomenal growth. You don't even have to cry about when the blossoms fall off. It gets so hot and it doesn't produce tomatoes. Somehow that extra added depth, I don't know what it is, but it keeps those blossoms on, and you get one after another after another. In fact, I grew way too many tomato plants last year. And what? How many did I grow? I don't know, probably 6 or 7. You know, well, at least 6. How about these 3-packs? So at least it was about 6. But anyway, they all grew phenomenally. And I was just eating tomatoes left and right, left. Well, that's good if you like a lot of tomatoes. This year, I'm planning on moving to a colder environment. I'm in the Midwest Missouri, like I said. Yeah, it's nothing bad about here, but I want to grow someplace and give me more of a challenge. And I've lived in Montana before, and I want to go someplace where it's colder. My Canadian friends will appreciate it if I give them any insight about growing. But I think my system is going to grow. You know, you might be in Antarctica, and my system will probably grow good if you can get the hay. Shovel out that snow in Antarctica, and then you can put those hay and those pillars. Oh, I had some pillars. I started them. Did I say pillars? I mean, I had some hay that I started. I've showed you in my last video these big old donut-like things that I made. Tell you how to do that in the book. It was just right. I'm near finishing the book, and I come up with this great idea. And well, anyway, I used some of that hay. It's already like mulch. But it's easy to pack down, and it's more condensed. That pillar probably will never shrink. You know, if it's a lot of fluff, you know, it could shrink some. It don't hurt your plant because you got a solid inner core of soil that keeps the plant upright, and it doesn't affect the plant at all. But anyway, today I want to show you my spinach. maybe I'll just talk this video through. All right, do you see a picture of my spinach plants? And I'll show you my refurbished hay pillar. You know, how great, you know, it's about, what, a foot depth I have to fill up with new soil. But that's good anyway. That old stuff, it can start filtering down if it wants to. It can go down and the earthworms can eat it up along with the root growth, because you know that root growth is going to go all the way straight down. You know it's going to be deep. And you don't really need to disturb it. Just put some more soil on the top. And like I said today, heirloom tomatoes. I planted about 5 seeds, and I found my buckets. The buckets were in plain sight. Last time I told you, I can't find my buckets. And these, I forgot that I put plastic over the buckets. It keeps the sunlight, it keeps the bulb light from going through it, through the clear, through the white bucket. And this thing, what you really want to need for a perfect ideal bucket, you want it white on the inside and you want black on the outside. Why? The bulb, it'll reflect and refract from that whiteness, and then it won't escape that black plastic. It'll be enclosed in there. And you know what else that does kind of too? It's kind of insulate everything too. You know, now it's not too bad for me. I wish I would have started earlier to show you how it works in minus 29 degrees. I think now it's like 29 above. I don't know if we get that low, 20. We could have got pretty close to it. But anyway, now, it's cold nights. You couldn't grow, like I said, spinach right now. And it just forever it would take it to come up. But this came up in no time. I'll show you a picture of that. I'll show you this new refurbished hay pillar. Hey, wait, right now I was going to show you. Here, can you see it? Can you see everything I want to show you? I forget. I don't have my pictures, but stay tuned and know that Hay Bales or Hay Gardens Without Bales is the best book you'll ever find. A lot of people, they'll be jealous. They'll be buying my book and then return it as fast as they can, and then they'll be trying to say bad things about it, like they did in my previous book, because they thought I was stealing the idea of straw bale gardening. Straw bale gardening and hay bale gardening was totally different books. I don't know if you knew that. One, straw bales, they had to buy their straw bales. They don't know if it was safer not to use the straw. It could have been laced with all kinds of herbicides, pesticides, insecticides, whatever sides. But anyway, mine was all natural, and I showed you in my books how to put that inner core in those, as you make those bales, and it was a phenomenal book. And these other people, you stole our idea. What? Because I said, hey, and you think I stole it because you use straw. Now, straw, what they do, it's no simple. I don't know why he has to, have a book. Every season, there's a book. Why do you have to have so many books if it works so great? You just need one book because it don't work great. And to me, it's like a con game, but anyway, he has this, he douses the straw with fertilizer. Ain't that great? It ain't natural fertilizer. It's chemical added fertilizer doused in your hay, and it's phenomenal. Of course you can grow stuff. Hydroponics, you can grow stuff in fertilized water. I do everything natural. I don't believe in a lot of that stuff. It wrecks your soil, puts too much salts into the soil. I believe in an organic way is the best way. Give myself a thumbs up. Yeah, organic. And I try to, sometimes you might have to use a little pesticide, a little sprinkle of poison, but you do that very rarely. You'd have to have some big infestation of something, which I have had before. I think they were called spittle bugs or something. Oh, they were bad. But now, if it's off the ground, you don't get that much. And if you tend to the few plants that you have, you can find those plant-eating insects before they take over. Now, if you got, I'm trying to think of that. Anyway, there's all kinds of little bugs. You may have to pick off leaves if you see a little infestation. You may have to do that. Cut a few leaves, burn it. But, as far as my gardening goes, I got it down. Got it down so easy. I'm 65 years old. I don't like bending. I don't like doing squats. I don't like groveling in the ground. I like shoveling a little bit. Not shoveling in the hard ground, shoveling my soil into my hay pillar. I like doing that. Yeah, that's fine. I don't have to bend for that. What, about 5 times? Sometimes I'll walk. I don't bring my wheelbarrow close enough to me and I'll walk. Well, I had my exercise for the day. Now I can do other things. Everybody else is gardening for hours and hours. Oh, we got to till. We got to till the ground today. Oh, my. Oh, no, you can't till. We just had a rain. So you got to wait. What do you mean? I can't till? No, it'll clog up in mud and everything, and you'll just get a bunch of mud. You got to wait for it all to dry out. Well, half the spring is gone when you do that. And then there's people with these nice wooden frames. We raise bad gardening, and pretty soon you get an infestation, you get termites, you get all kinds of sow bugs. They love that stuff. They love wood. They got a place to hide, man. They go for those wooden frames. And then they start the wood. If you don't use good quality wood that'll last, expensive oak is probably what I'd use. They're just going to eat the heck out of it. And then you're going to pick up this tiny little, instead of being a 2x4 frame, it's going to be like a 1x1, and it'll just rot. Most of it will be rot. I'll put it into your compost, I guess, and start over again, dishing out that money. Why do you want to garden anyway? You want to garden because you like to have fresh vegetables that are organic, and some of you want to make money. You want to, a place, and you want to get an early start like I am, and you want tomatoes. You want to go to this outdoor, what do we call it, grandiose sell place where you sell your garden vegetables, and you want to go with truckloads of it. Now, I have an idea. Why not grow these pillars in an old truck? And then you driving up where you sell them. And then, you want a fresh tomato, huh? Let's pick one right out here. But yeah, I'm money conscious. I want you to be blessed with all kinds of money from my gardening techniques, and I believe you will, because I know I will. Well, anyway, this is it. I'll plug my book one more time because many people just don't know. There's so many books out there. They're confused. What books should I buy? Well, you better buy mine. $4.99 for a Kindle edition. That's cheap. I made it cheap. And anyway, this is an endeavor of love. I want you to just be so in love with gardening after reading this book and implementing the things I've written in the book. This is a God-blessed book. It's not an ordinary book that I'm trying to just con a bunch of people. Hey, look, you got to try this. Yeah, then next year write another. But okay, so that didn't work. Let's try this, or another year. You just keep on and on. This may be my last book that I'll write on gardening. So you better buy it. You better implement it. That's what it's all about. Growing gardens in harsh and good environments, because I can beat you guys. I know I can. You might think you have a few feet of depth of good soil, but I think I can beat you. That's right. I can beat you with my pillar any day. Any day, I'll have bigger, healthier tomato plants. That is, in this, I don't care what environment you're in. I can do it. Well, anyway, see you all later. God bless you. Goodbye. See you later.